I want to tell you guys about the Georgia Outdoor Festival and Expo that we just did this past weekend. Cherokee County Park and Rec put it on. Black Sheep Promotions, Gary Lamb, he was the promoter. They worked in unison and they put this on. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is the future of the Outdoor Expo, or it should be the future of the Outdoor Expo, or the fishing expos, the hunting expos, whatever, in the state of Georgia. And I'm going to tell you why. They did an absolutely hell of a job. Now, Jay Worley, he runs Cherokee County Park and Rec. That park is set up perfectly for this event. All right. And Gary Lamb, if you don't know Gary, guys, and I've just had the pleasure of knowing him here for the past couple of months, and I'm going to get to know him a hell of a lot more. That guy's got a motor on him that is 155 miles an hour everywhere he goes. Here's why this event works, and here's why this event will be the event in the future, in my opinion. Now, we do our fishing expos. You guys know the local ones. We do the hunting expos. And they're generally done January and February. June number one is a great time to do it. Father's Day weekend is a great time to do it. The cool thing about that compared to those other ones is it was outside. Now, you know how and it was free. 100% free. Parking was free. Entry was free. And you know these expos that we have, you got to pay to get inside. And then you're in these cramped buildings and you're walking around and you're basically seeing the same stuff you saw the year before. It's just become something that you go to. You may spend a buck or two, but the expos like that are all the same thing. You're one genre. You're either fishing or you're hunting. GON does one that's a little bit of everything, and it's not bad. But again, it's still outside, still inside. The cool thing about it was you had concerts playing the entire day. You had people over there shooting 3D archery. Kids were doing it. You had RC cars. You had people walking. There was something going on. It was the atmosphere. And they had things of all different genres. Now, Dean brings up something that there was only one bait company there. Well, there was only one in the bass fishing. There was some other stuff. But here's the reason why. And it's the industry's fault. And it's this: we're so used to doing all our stuff in January and February, right? Think about when these expos happen in other places. They happen in January and February because that's just the way the fishing community's always been. And it was very hard because I talked to them trying to get some to come do it, to come be vendors. Oh, it's the time of year. We're not used to it. Well, they lost out because Jekyll Bait Company, who we stood right beside, old Jen, she had business the entire time going. And here's another thing: when you are a vendor at just a fishing only expo, you are drawing the crowd, right? That fishes, correct? At an expo like this, you could have put your stuff in front of people that you're not going to see at one of those expos. People that might be, hey, I don't fish, but I might be interested in fishing. Or, hey, I've never thought about throwing that bait. I'm telling you, the fishing industry missed out on an outstanding opportunity, and they better get off their ass and be there next year. Seriously, because they missed out. So that's, I think, number one, because it was a first year event, and number two, because it was the time of the year. And it's a shame. It's a shame. They should have been there. Jen was selling stuff. She had people walking in and out, made contacts, connections, and that's what it was all about. The food, yeah, you guys in the comment section are talking about the food. Good night. It was great. And yes, listen, there was something about these fries. There was a truck there that did these fries and I don't know if it was different trucks, but I know I seen guys with fries with barbecue on them, cheese on them, all kinds of stuff that was on it. And it was absolutely insane. Um, it's crazy. But next year, and here's the thing is, I've been told next year I'm going to be the MC for the entire event. I had to do a little MCing while I was there, make some announcements. You guys might have seen that one. Um, it's going to be a big part of what we do. It will be the expo that at least my brand will stand behind. 100%. Jen is a sweet lady. She's funny as hell too. She is honestly like one of the guys just sitting there and all that. And that's the first time this weekend. Again, here's another thing, a connection. I've known of her. She's known of me. We may have talked back and forth in the comment sections or something, but that's the first time I got to hang with her, with John and Tim, and Tony came up, and Ken Pruitt came up, and a lot of us just we hung around and we mingled and all that, but we got to hang, and so it was very cool to get to hear a little bit of her story, but to see her just, you know, let me just put it this way: it was profitable for her. Big Bait John, yeah, if you are a beer drinker, all right, if you like beer, Reformation Brewery was there. Outside event, really great on how they brought that together. Cherokee County Parks, just thank God Cherokee Park and Rec was able to say, hey, you know what, this is what people want, and it was just fantastic, guys. Now, could it be hot? Sure, it was a little warm. It's summer. What the hell do you expect? But it was a very, very cool event. Gary Lamb, Jay Worley, Cherokee County Park and Rec. That's going to be the event next year. You guys, if y'all want to go to the ones in January and February, you do it. I promise you this. I've been to all of them. I promise you this. If I'm lying, I'm dying. The atmosphere at this event kicked all the other ones' asses. Ain't even close. I don't care what they put in their promos. I don't care. It was just laid back. You could do whatever you wanted to do. You were not, it's so spread out that you're not elbow to elbow. And I'm just telling you, fishing vendors, listen, if you got a bait company or whatever, hunting, what you need to be there next year. You will make your money. I promise you, you will make your money. Because here's another thing too. It just attracts people that, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go to the park and jog this Saturday. Oh, there's a festival here. Well, let's check it out and see what it's about. And now you got new people you're making new connections with. Not even close. Not even close. The best expo without even all the stuff that we're normally used to seeing. Only going to grow. Fantastic event. Grade A for a first year event. They get an A plus for that. And guys, I'm telling you, hey, listen, and you guys that are associated with these kayak, companies and all that. Oh, it would have been so good if you were there. Missed opportunity. Don't miss it next year. Y'all could have made some sales, I'm telling you. I will have a booth next year. I'm gonna get a 20 by whatever tent. Um, and maybe we sell some t-shirts and some hats. I'm not so much worried about that. I'm gonna give it a shady spot for all you guys to come and just lay your lawn chair out and hang and talk fishing. Because it was almost like a reunion for us podcast guys, because we hadn't seen each other in a while. We see each other at these tournaments we get to throw, but we hadn't been really able to hang out. But we were able to do that and shoot the bull, and people would come by, and it was great. But yeah, absolutely, 10 out of 10 event for sure. Um, Gary's 150 miles an hour. But yeah, food, beverages, some really cool stuff. You could go get you some cigars from that cigar vendor they had out there and just hang. But kids running around in the playground, they had interactive sessions going on the entire day. Of course, that nature walk you guys seen me make the video about. 100%. You need to go ahead and plan on it. 100%. Because I promise you, next year is going to be bigger. And the best thing about it, free. There was something you could have brought your wife and kids, John, but there was something that everybody could have done. There was enough stuff. They had 100 plus vendors this year. Wait till next year.